Okay, let's go through this one. This is going to be solving an equation. We're going to solve it for r. Now this looks pretty confusing because if you look here, I've got an r on both sides of the equal sign. And not only that, I've got all these parentheses and everything else, so it's going to get complicated real quick. Okay, so the question is, where do we really start with this? And there's a couple different areas that we can go on this. The first is, we can get really complex if we wanted to. But, we could divide both sides by 4. That would work. But 2 doesn't divide into 4 very easily. So I would say that's probably more complex than I want to do. So instead, if I could just simplify both sides, that would make my life easier. So this 4 here, we're going to take this 4 and I'm going to distribute it to everything inside of that parenthesis, both to the r and the 5. Okay, and I'm just going to simplify that. 4 times r gives me 4r. 4 times 5 gives me 20. Okay, notice how I did not do anything to the right-hand side of this equation at all. There's no need to yet, okay? All we did is really simplify this. Now that we've got this simplified, my goal is to get r all by itself. Well, in order to do that, I need to get all of my r's on one side. So I'm getting rid of this negative 2r. The way that I get rid of that, what's the opposite of negative 2r would be a positive 2r. So when I add these two together, negative 2r plus 2r gives me 0. That's going to be brilliant. But I can't throw off my equation. So if I do it to this right-hand side, that means I have to do it to this left-hand side. So I do that. 4r plus 2r should give me 6r. Notice this 20, I haven't changed at all. That hasn't changed. Right here, negative 2r plus 2r gives me 0. This negative 22 is right here. Okay, great. Now I've got all of my r's on one side, right? I've got 6 of them, 6 r's. And then I've got this 20, so I need to get rid of this 20. So the opposite of positive 20 would be negative 20. Okay, so I'm going to go positive 20 minus 20 would give me 0. And if I'm going to subtract 20 from this side, that means I have to subtract 20 from this side. So negative 22 minus 20 should give me negative 42. So on this one, now I've got 6r equals negative 42, but I'm almost there. I got to get rid of this 6, and this is 6 times r. So in order to get rid of times, what I have to do is division. I have to divide both sides by what I'm trying to get rid of. In this case, it's 6. So I'm going to divide both sides by 6. Now this is 6r divided by 6, which gives me, those will cross off, and that will just give me an r. Okay, and over here I've got negative 42 divided by 6, which will give me negative 7. So r equals negative 7 is my answer on this one.